This is Coach Bricks. Alright, going over here. All you guys subscribe to the Coach Bricks site here. Wanted to give you guys something, all you athletes, something out there that you guys can utilize right away to help your 40-yard dash time. I can't tell you how many athletes I've seen run this drill incorrectly. Very fast athletes as well, or very good athletes, run this wrong. I mean, I watch in the NFL Combine, and guys have the wrong hand down, foot back too far, standing back too far, standing up, whatever it is. There's a way you got to do this, and a way you got to do it effectively to make yourself faster. You can shave tenths of a second off your time, which you guys all know. You guys in high school, you guys in college, can make all the difference in the world, whether you get that scholarship, whether you get that chance to play at that next level. So I'm going to break it down as basic as I possibly can, the stance and the first step. That's all I'm going over, so you guys can get an idea of how you should do this. Get it in, get it right, get it every single time, so you guys can practice and practice and practice. Because let's be honest, you need that repetition to make sure you have this at 100%. All right, so every time you step out there, you guys are ready to go. Doesn't matter what the field conditions are, the weather conditions. You guys, if you have this down and you're doing it all the time, it's going to be much, much easier. All right. So first thing you guys got to do is you got to dress the line, as how I call it. You're going to have the thick line there, the yard line. You put your toes right at the back edge of that line. Okay, that's first. All right, so you want your toes at the back edge of that line. If you're right-handed, okay, if you're left-handed, just do the exact opposite of what I'm saying. Okay, but if you're right-handed, you're dominant right side as well. Okay, so you have more power on that right side. What you want to do first is you want to take your left foot and you want to put it in the heel. All right, the toes right at the beginning of the heel, end of the arch, beginning of the heel of your right foot. Okay, the right foot's still right there at the end of the line. Take your right foot then, put it at the end of your heel of your left foot. Okay, you want those feet shoulder width apart. That's a key. You don't want them real wide. You don't want them too narrow. You want them about shoulder width apart. All right, so now I'm back. All right, you're not going to be able to run a perfect 40-yard dash where it's exactly 40 yards. Because standing that close is just too crowded for the body. Now, you might have to make a little variation. I have some guys that are 6'6", 6'7", you know, that I train. They're linemen, tight ends, and stuff like that. We make a little variation on their feet. We move them back a little bit where they at least feel comfortable. But this is for the normal, average-sized guy, 5'10", 6'2", 6'3", somewhere in that range. This is what you're looking at, okay? You then want to go down into a kneel position. So you're going to be down now. Your feet have not moved. Okay, that's the key. Don't move your feet. Keep them stationary. You're on the balls of your feet. And I want you to be over the line now. So now you're down on both knees. Okay, you're in this position. I'm over the line. You want to walk yourself back. You want to take your time. Walk yourself back. My right hand's down. All right, this is the key. This hand's down. My right leg's back. That means that hand's down. If I'm left, if my left leg's back, then my left hand's down. I saw a couple guys at the Combine this year. The right leg was down. This is the NFL Combine now. Okay, these are pro guys trying to go in the pros. And their left hand's down. They're like this. I don't know what they're trying to do, but it's incorrect, okay? You're all off balance then. So the body in that first step is definitely going to be off. So we're in this position here. We're down. My right hand's going to be down. Okay? My right leg's back. Next thing I got to do is make sure I tuck this hand in. This left hand is tucked in here. It's not up here. It's tucked in. Especially for you guys that aren't running laser times. Because you got a guy standing 40 yards away, all right? They could be any age person. Let's be honest. You go to some of these combines that are run, the guy could be 70 years old standing down there, okay, timing you. He's going on a movement, okay? So if he sees your hand move first or twitch or something, he might start that trigger a little bit early, all right? That will definitely hurt your time. But if you have it tucked in and he can't really see that well with that hand, that's what you want. In this position here, my hand will be at the end of that line. So if I have that thick white line there, my hand's right behind it. I usually put my hand like this. Okay? So my thumb and my finger right like that. It's not like this. I turn off to the side. In that position. Alright? It's right there in line with my knee. I also tuck my head down, okay? Not all the way tucked in, but I have my head down, looking down the whole time. If I get in the proper position, I do this correctly, I should have my head over top of that line. Okay, so I should not be sitting back. My head, I should be leaning forward right like this. I'm on the balls of my feet, and I'm here, and I'm holding it. Okay? So that's definitely a key. You want to have all those positions in line right there. You're going to only hold it for about a 2-second count. Count in your head. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and then you want to go. If you stay down there for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds, you start to break the body down, the central nervous system starts to twitch, it's not going to be as explosive. So you want to hold it for about a 2-second count, and then you're going to bust out. Alright, so let's go through that process again here real quick. You address the line. Alright, if I'm right-handed, remember, my first step's going to be with the left. So I put that right at the end of my arch, my toes, the beginning of my heel. I take the right one, and I put that right back at the end of my heel. My toes are at the end of the left foot heel now. I go down, alright, on my knees. I'm over the line, and I walk myself back. My hand goes right at the edge of that white line there. Alright, so I'm right in line with that. I'm leaning forward. I tuck my head down. I'm looking down. My hand's tucked in. And then I'm just going to come out. That first step is key, okay? We're looking at somewhere around about 36 inches, which is about 3 feet. Alright, between that 28 to 36 inches, that first step. Now, once again, everybody's a little different. You have a guy with a longer leg, might be able to get out a little bit further. Guy with a shorter leg might be a little bit different. But on average, you're looking in that range. Okay, you don't want to overstride. I've seen some guys in the combine where they overstride that first step. Wow. That second step's then thrown off. Third step. Remember, everybody has a running mechanic style. Everybody has a leg length that they usually like to run. You want to get to that leg length as quickly as possible. You don't want to take 4 or 5 steps to get into your motion of running. Everybody's slightly different. Okay? So you want to make sure that you get to that point. So that's why we say around that 28 to 36 inch mark. Somewhere in there. Like I said, you're a little bit taller. Sometimes you might go a little bit further. Shorter. Might be a little bit shorter. Okay? So you're there. So once I'm in that stance, okay? I'm down. I'm in that stance. I'm taking that first step out. I'm on the ball of my foot. I violently bring up my left hand. Alright? If my right leg came out, my opposite arm comes up. My right one's back. Other foot's out. If I'm the other hand, other dominant side, and I'm in this position, I'm down. Okay? My head's looking on an angle. It's not up, because once I bring my head up, my rest of my body comes up. I'm on an angle, and then I would just drive from here on out. So I'll do it 2 times here, so you guys can see a little bit faster. Alright, so I have my left foot. Take that back. Beginning of my heel, end of my arch. This one goes to the end of my heel. Going down on my knee. I'm walking back. Hand down. Tuck my arm in. You count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, and I'm driving out. Okay? Driving straight out. Right? I don't need to see what's down there. Remember, if I'm running a 40-yard dash, there should be nobody in front of me. I don't need to look. There's nobody going to be walking in front of me. They're going to be out of my way. So don't worry about that. So last time here, I address the line, left foot, right there, end of my arch, beginning of my heel, end of my heel here, shoulder width apart with the feet. I'm down, walking back, have a good lean. I'm on the balls of my feet, my left hand's tucked in, my head is looking down, stepping out, and I'm driving through. Alright? You guys need to practice that. When I have my athletes, my college guys, my high school kids do that, they see that in their sleep. I mean, some of the guys I work with, like Mike Cox, Marcus Colston. I mean, Mike Cox is a guy who came to me running a 5.3 as a fullback from Georgia Tech. Got it down within 2 months down to a 4.7. And right here it was. This is the bread and butter. His start was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Did everything he could, was wrong. We worked his start. He told me after he ran that 4.7, he goes, man, I hated that 40-yard dash. Man, I see that in my sleep all the time. But guess what? He goes, I'm glad I did it because it paid off huge for me when it came time. Marcus Colston ran a 4.5 at the combine. This is a technique that works. There's no question about it. It works, but you got to practice it. Don't go to a combine. Don't waste your money, you high school kids, going to a combine, running a 40-yard dash, and thinking you're a 4.4. Well, my dad timed me in the backyard, or my brother timed me. No, it doesn't work. Okay? Practice this. Work on this. Work on driving. There's a bunch of other things. If you guys need more information on how to run the 40, contact me. I'm willing to help you guys out with whatever I can. There's tons of programs that we're going to be having coming out. Our vertical explosion program that you guys will be able to get offline, and a bunch of other ones. I'm also going to be going over the pro agility, the 3 going, the 5, 10, 5, because I think that's so important as well. But this is just the start, okay? It's the start, the stance, and the first step. There's more to it, but this is the main beef of it, that you have to get down and constantly practice and practice and practice. Take 5-10 minutes every day and just work over it if you know you got a combine. Don't try to do it the night before and mess up your running. No, it's too late. Take your time, work on it. You'll see the improvements. All right. If you guys have to, Skype it, take your thing, send it to me. I'll review it for you guys. All right. So you guys can do that as well. All right. But this is for you guys, all you high school kids, especially, even some of you college kids. Don't go to that NFL Combine or your pro day looking like that, because it's just totally wrong. The body mechanics are all off. All right. This is the fastest way, staying low, driving, acceleration. You guys will know once, if you look up some of my other information on acceleration, why staying low is so important. Follow us, though, guys, on our Facebook page at Coach Bricks. Also, go to our YouTube page at Coach Bricks, CoachBrix. All right? You guys can email me at dave@exsp.biz, or you can follow us on Twitter at dbrix. All right? It's one of my other companies as well. So definitely, guys, go to our website. You guys can get all the information, more stuff. But just continue to improve. Send me your comments. Send me your messages. I'm more than willing to help out. Remember what I always tell everybody: greatness never rests.